Hello you lovely people, and welcome back to my channel. Bit of a controversial topic today, and the controversial topic doesn't really concern me at all actually, but I hear it on other channels, and the controversial topic is trying to find the perfect Filipina, if they indeed do exist. So guys, hang around and we will find out what I think, and maybe you guys can leave a comment what you think. Hang around guys. Hello guys, and yeah, today's topic is the controversial topic about finding the perfect Filipina. Well, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. Not because I've got a good Filipina wife, but because I don't think that's the reason to come to the Philippines in the first place. You know, you hear all of these people say, you know, don't come to the Philippines, and you're going to get stung by a woman and all this, that and the other. Well, that's fair play, you know. I don't think coming and living in the Philippines at the very start would be a good idea anyway, if you were just coming solely for a woman. I think it's good to study the country first, you know, before you move in to the country, you know, and find a beautiful there are many beautiful Filipinas, many. And, you know, there are good ones, there are bad ones. Of course there are. Like anywhere in the world, there are good and bad. So you can't really use that against anything or anybody. Now, the perfect Filipina, well, what is the perfect Filipina? Don't forget, we are not perfect anyway, so why should we be looking for a perfect Filipina when we are unperfect ourselves? Nobody's perfect by a long chalk, nobody. And in my opinion, guys, this is only my opinion, you know, if you did find a perfect person, do you not think that would be very boring? You know, because one person's ideology of perfect is different, certainly different to mine anyway. I think for me, you need to have a little bit of animosity in a relationship for you to both express how you feel, you know? And I mean animosity with things that you don't agree with. You know, to find a Filipina who would agree with everything that you say and everything that you do, for me, I would hate that, because then it's just, you know, there is no opinions, you know, there is no change. It's only what you want, and I think that is totally absurd it's absurd to actually think that, in my way of thinking. So I like a bit of confrontation, you know, with my wife, you know. I quite like that. I mean, if she's not happy with something that I do or something that I say that I want to do, then I expect my wife to actually speak up, speak out and tell me. And believe me, she does. But many men might not like that. I don't know. Many men might be maybe chauvinistic, perhaps. Maybe that's a strong word, but maybe that could be an apt word. And they want to do everything their way. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. It doesn't work. And these, you know, you've got to think and all, you know, these relationships or these horror stories that men talk about, whereas they've been ripped off, they've been this, they've been that. Well, that's only their side of the story as well, don't forget. You know, we don't hear, and yes, it does go on. It does, I know it does, of course it does. I was ripped off by my first wife in England. I lost a house and everything, you know, and she got most of it. So when we're talking about being scammed out of this and scammed out of that, I lost, you know, when we got divorced, she scammed me out of everything, if you want to use that word, scammed, because she got everything. And I paid for everything to begin with. But there you go. It's just a different country, but the same context. So, I think, and this is only me, okay? This is only me. When you hear these horror stories, how many are actually accurate from the guys? How many? Yes, there are a number of them, I know. But saying that, maybe they ran out and left their foreigners because of their, you know, the foreigners' attitude towards them, you know. and meaning their attitude as some foreign men think, well, I'm paying for everything, so you do everything I do. Everything I say, you do. Total shit. That's just not the way to even think about it. And I think that in every relationship there's give and take. In every relationship there is good and bad. And we only ever hear one side of the story generally, and that's from the foreigners, because not many Filipinos do vlogs on this, what I'm doing, except the Filipina P. She does a lot of vlogs on things like this, I think. So, perfect relationship. If I was to say I had a perfect relationship, I would be telling a whole pack of lies, because I surely don't. But I have a good relationship. I have a strong relationship. And we have a strong bonding. And that's because of we understand each other, we have mutual respect, and we trust each other. I think if you've got those three ingredients, then you're well on the way to having a fulfilling relationship. But again, and this is just me personally saying this, I wouldn't move lock, stock and barrel from my own country from meeting someone on the internet. It's just something that I wouldn't do. I mean, I've done some stupid things in my life, like, when I first come here without a pension, with only half a plan. I wouldn't advise anyone to do that, because that was a stupid thing to do. I was just fortunate enough that I made it work. But there'll be a lot of cases where it wouldn't work, so I wouldn't follow my footsteps in that. And also, I wouldn't follow my footsteps in what I'm saying to you guys either. It's just what I did, and it's just my observations and my opinions, my honest opinions. So, perfect relationships is, like I said, I don't think they really exist. I think a good relationship, like I said, is the understanding, the trust and respect for one another. And to share your problems. I think that's a very, very, very important aspect, Yeah, I have problems here still, because my life isn't perfect. It's just not perfect. And who has a perfect life? Who has a perfect life? We all have ups and downs, regardless of where we are in the world. It's just navigating the ups and downs of where you are in your country. Maybe the ups and downs in your country, like it was for me, they were more major than what they are here. I have ups and downs here, but they're minor ups and downs. But nevertheless, me and my wife, we talk and we discuss things, and we normally come up with a solution between us, and things work out okay. But to have a perfect relationship, there's a big, you got to think of this as well. There's a big cultural difference. Who's these? I don't know who these dogs are. I hope they're safe. I don't know. I hope so. Yeah, they seem friendly. I don't know whose dogs they belong to. If you see me shout and scream and jump in the air 6 foot, then I've been bitten, and I'll be straight to the hospital for a rabies jab. But there's a big cultural difference as well between us and them, and sometimes we take things the wrong way, and sometimes they take things the wrong way, just by using simple rhetoric, just by simple words that we use, where we would ordinarily think there is no harm in what we're saying, but they don't think that, and vice versa. So it works both ways. And this is the understanding that we need, I think, to have a good relationship. Like I said, my idea of a perfect relationship is having a little argument now and then, and the making up, which is always the best. We all know that. And to, the next day, it doesn't carry on. You sort it out that day. Because there's nothing worse than sleeping on an argument, in my opinion. I've never slept on an argument. Whatever I've got to say, or whatever my wife's got to say, we get it out and done that same day. It's finished, and then we move on. Sometimes she holds it, against me a little bit if I do anything. If I go out drinking with my friends and I'm out for too long, or I don't come back till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I understand that. But of course, guys, when you're caught up in the moment drinking with your friends, You don't really think, do you? Until you get home, think, oh God, I'm in trouble here. So it's give and take, I think. It's give and take. And, getting back to the argument of not coming over here lock, stock and barrel for a woman, I certainly wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do that, because you're coming over here for the woman, not the country. So, of course, come over and meet the lady that you've been talking to on the internet. And incidentally, guys, there are a lot of success stories where people have met ladies on the internet. And there's a lot of success stories. They're not all, bad endings. Yes, of course, there's bad endings in them. But, if you're on dating sites in the West, there's bad endings just equally the same. The only difference is, here, when you're on a dating, or in the West, you're on a dating site for here in the Philippines, then perhaps the guys send money monthly or whatever, and that could be. It's not a bad thing, I suppose. If if you think that it's a good thing to do, then that's up to you. Again, it's up to you. There's no right and wrong in anything like that. Some guys might say, "Don't send no money. It's not the good thing to do. They scamming you." Listen. They don't know. They don't know. They might have been had once or twice, so they just saying what they are feeling. It doesn't necessarily mean to say that your girl is the same as that, because she's probably not. And so there is that. And then when you do eventually come over here, don't put all of your trust and faith about living in a country, into people. Get around, have a look around, see if it's something that you can live with. Not just the lady, because if that didn't work out, you can get another one. But I mean the country. The country is the most important thing to move to. It's not for the woman. It's not for the woman. That's just like a secondary bonus. But the first thing to be thinking out if you're moving to another country is, are you able to live in that country? Are you able to make a life in that country? Are you able to adapt to the culture? Are you able to be, can you adapt to the way of life? Because there's a heck of a lot of changes here to the West, heck of a lot. Although now I think it's getting I'm saying a bit better. Is it getting better because it's getting a little bit more westernized? I don't think so. I was talking to a guy, and he's an Australian guy, and he's been coming here for 40 years, so he's seen a big change. I've only been here for 7 years. He's been coming and going for 40 years. And he said, Steve, back in the 80s, he said it was even better here. He said, it was much more liberal even than what it is now. But anyway, that's another story. So, could you live in the country? That's what you got to think. Come here, get yourself around, take yourself away from the woman for a while and just get yourself out and about. And can you adapt to the noise? Adapt to the noise here. Because it is noisy, especially when you're in the cities. With the video keys and the dogs barking. Maybe not so much chickens in the cities, because I think they mainly in these rural areas like I am. But to be honest, I don't really hear the chickens no more, and the dogs barking. I don't really hear them anymore. They are barking, but they don't really bother me anymore. I've adapted very, very easily. And I did, when I first came here, I kind of loved the place straight away. And I think it was because of the excitement of leaving, the kind of life that I was leading in the UK. Where I wasn't happy, people. I really wasn't happy. So I think I was willing to take in any change that was different to the situation that I was in. But that's getting away from point, really. The point is perfect relationships. I think as long as you're getting on, and as long as you love each other, and as long as there is that trust and understanding, and the respect, of course, you need that respect for one another. And give each other equal opportunities and equal rights. Just because we men, it doesn't mean to say that everything should be done our way. Now, And that goes on the other side as well with the women, just because they are in their country, we don't have to do everything that they want us to do. There's 50-50, there's give and take. And I think that's the key. That's the key, in my honest opinion. And that is it for today. Just a very short video. And I'm going to go in now because the rain has started. But listen, guys, don't even take my opinion. It's just what I think. It's just what I think. Come here, try it out yourselves. Meet a beautiful lady. Start a new life. That's what I would do. Try and start a new life. Obviously, if you're even thinking about coming to the Philippines, you aren't really happy in your own country. So don't leave it too late, guys, because every day that goes by, you can't get that back. Listen, guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, the notification button, and share the video. It helps the algorithms, apparently. I don't know. But thank you, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me mumbling on. Take care, guys. Day or night, wherever it is. It's the elections tomorrow in America. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you want to win? Bye-bye, guys. Take good care. Thank you. Bye.